Alright, so this is my review of Demoniacal Fit's Hero Waltz, and this is really just a figure of Gogeta, obviously, and I got him on Gundam for $65, so you could probably find him on AliExpress, other Chinese sites and sellers. Guessing not too difficult to find him. But anyway, that's the price you should expect to pay, and yeah, so obviously, for those of you who aren't familiar with Demoniacal Fits, they really just make like figure arts clones. And technically they're considered bootlegs. I don't really even call them bootlegs because that has kind of like that negative connotation with it. And from my experience, Demoniacal Fit, and this is again, obviously anecdotal, but every single Demoniacal Fit that I've owned has been very, very solid. And by solid, I mean it doesn't have the shortcomings that a lot of my figure arts had. But Demoniacal Fit, from my experience, has been exceptional. And there's a few small negatives with this one, for sure. Nothing crazy, but some little QC issues, but nothing, again, nothing where breakages are involved or like the risk of breakage. So, let's take a look at him. So just let's get a height measurement going, and we'll weigh him also. And let's get the tape measure out. And he's pretty much the size of your standard 3.0 figure arts. So let's see how tall he is. So he's really right at the 6-inch mark, I'd say. Like, ignoring the spike on his hair, he's a little bit under. Like, I'd say 5 3/4 inches to the top of his skull. And I think that's right where he should be. So I think he's perfectly fine. He's 100% in line with figure arts, and figure arts' own scale has been all over the place. So that's something to keep in mind also. Anyway, let's get a weight on him. And I'll say right away, yeah, he feels great in the hand. Definitely a beefy figure. Has that premium quality. And let's see how much he weighs. Yeah, so he's got some serious weight on him. He's like 2.96 ounces. So real heavyweight, which is good. I always like heavy figures. They have that kind of feeling of quality. And he's no exception. Just get the camera to focus a bit. All right, and let's get a close look at him. And yeah. And I think he looks great. So I think they nailed his face. I think it looks pretty good. And I really like the shading that they did on the hair. That looks really nice. The halo is a nice effect. And I think the hair looks great on him. So, that's obviously like the big stick out point on these kind of figures. And I think they did a good job. Let's get you a closer look at his eyes. Yeah, so that looks great. And this is really like a DBZ version of Gogeta. This isn't like the super version. And super version has like the yellow colors on his vest, whereas DBZ is orange. You've seen the Janemba movie. Same thing with his belt. It's like a dark blue, and small differences there. So yeah, very nice colors on him. And I feel like there's some shading going on his pants too, yeah, which is nice. So that looks really nice, I think. So I think he looks great, like I'm very pleased with it. And no sloppiness, like his eyes are very clean. I think he looks great. So definitely has the appeal factor. Looks like Gogeta, and a very badass look overall. So no complaints there. And in terms of articulation, let's get into it. And this is where he has some like small negatives, but nothing crazy. So his head's on a double ball joint, so you get really nice movement out of that. Same thing with the neck, so he can look down very nicely. Could look up a bit, bricked off by that vest a little bit, obviously. Okay, and if you've owned figure arts, you know what's going to be going on here. So it's like a double ball joint connecting the shoulder. and it does get that kind of extension with the butterfly joint. And if you heard that squeak, that's one of the small negatives. So joints are a bit tight, and to be honest, I didn't really work this guy in. I didn't heat him or anything like that. That being said, I think he's pretty much fine. Like, not really a severe QC issue. His arms, they have the nice swivel. They don't have that silliness that Figuarts has been doing on some of their one-piece figures. Just a nice old-fashioned, very nice shoulder swivel there. Okay, and if you want to see how far his arms go out, get that much from like the butterfly joint. Go back about that much. You do get a bicep swivel, a little tight, nothing crazy though. A little bit of shock oil. Sometimes I use like light sewing oil. That'll fix it right away. Double jointed elbows, very nice. Get like a standard swivel on the wrist, nothing new there. Just like your Figuarts. You get a ball joint in the upper diaphragm. Get about that much going back, this much going forward. Side to side, a little bit. Nothing crazy though. And you do get the rotation at the waist. And see, this is another thing. Demoniacal, the waist rotation never has that deadly squeak that the Figuarts has. I've had so many Figuarts where the waist rotation is the breaking point because it's just so ratcheted tight. This guy is just smooth as silk. So that's great. That's one of my fear points for Figuarts whenever I get a new one. Same articulation setup as your Figuarts with the legs. And you can move this out of the way. Not the greatest in terms of the full split. That could definitely be a lot better. And it's really just that joint setup, not the best. Very nice smooth thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which Figuarts is moving away from, oddly, on some of their figures. They're going a single jointed route. Let's see here. And you get the standard kind of ankle swivel and rocker that you'd expect from Figuarts. And again, probably a good idea to heat this guy up a bit. Some squeakage there, nothing crazy. Yeah, so not bad at all. Very nice Gogeta figure. That's why I like these third-party companies so much, because they put out bangers like this. And I only care about Dragon Ball Z. Everything else is dog shit. And Dragon Ball GT is cool too. And if they give me that, I'm sold. Yeah, so let's take a look at his accessories. And I'll just show you the kind of tray that he came with. So, alternate faces. Very nice looking. I like that smirking one a lot. You get some blast hands. You do get kind of like those karate looking hands. Open palm. And you do get that stardust breaker effect. And one of these hands, they do connect to that accessory. And you can see it right there. This one right here. So that just plugs right in. And just taking a look at that accessory, I think that looks very nice. Very cool attack in that Janemba movie. A little sloppy, like, to be honest. Like, that seam probably shouldn't be there. If you really cared to, you could probably sand that out and polish this thing, but ain't nobody got time for that. And that's acceptable. Not the greatest. So that's it for his accessories. Pretty standard set. And so overall value is exceptional. I think for $65, this is an excellent Gogeta figure. And just for the hell of it, let me actually find my 2.0 Gogeta. And This Gogeta is actually very special to me because it's one of the ones that I actually painted, and I really put a shit ton of effort into this one. So here is the 2.0, and this was actually the Dragon Ball Super figure for Gogeta, and I just kind of repainted him to kind of have the DBZ colors. And probably not my greatest paint job, but I think it's decent for first try. And the lighting kind of makes it look shittier than it actually is, but yeah, there's the 2.0 Gogeta. And why metallic? Because I think metallic looks cool. But yeah, completely, I'd say, outclassed by the 3.0. Big time. And yeah, so I mean, if you're interested in this figure, take a look on Gundam It or AliExpress, I'd say, and you'll be able to find them. So that's it for my review. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And thanks for watching. Take care.